Hey guys, welcome back to my blog. My name will be this season 4, episode 3. We start off seeing Jefferson inside the house and he sees Tobias, and Jefferson tries to fight Tobias, but he keeps losing how much power he has and all his stuff, and the that it was that it's a dream that he's talking to. It's a dream that he's continuously having about Tobias and himself, and he talks to his therapist about, and he learned that he has changed. He's trying to understand the fact that he's still not over. He's still grieving over Harrison, and the fact that he mentions Harrison, even though he wasn't in the dream shows that Jefferson wanted to. He feels like defeated pretty much, that he doesn't want to continue on being Black Lightning, but he doesn't tell his therapist that he tells her that he's changed and he's becoming different and things like that. So it shows that he's fighting for enemy, which is Tobias, and he's losing over and over. And also that I feel like in a way that he's also fighting with himself in a way, because I feel like how he sees himself just like Black Honey can save him anymore, but Jefferson can. He only save himself. That's what he's trying to realize. That's what he's trying to do. So remember that guy who Jefferson was like in the previous episode. Ella meets up with that person at a gym type place and warehouse type place, and with just like two guys in a cage, doing a cage match, but like, I'll do that later. That Lala, like, pretty much just kills the guy, because we see Lala's powers like being activated. You see the devil's face is on his hand. Just that Lala killed him, because I feel like Lala got really mad at him for what he did to the kid. Also mentioned that yes, that Blackbird is aware of what's going on with Tom, who we're seeing using powers, kind of how Jen does it. Jen uses her powers in some way. In the bathtub, I was like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? But yeah, Len is pretty much using powers that she could have briefcase, and then Jefferson sees her and they talk about how was the fact that Len will stop using those things once Jefferson puts on the Black Lightning suit, but he won't because Len wants to, because Jefferson doesn't want to become Black Lightning anymore. And also Jen, also Len, and also Len also wants to, she feels like she's someone who's there for the girls, and also, and the fact that Jefferson is a little mad at Len because she is, like, in the way he sees that he sees her being irresponsible with those powers and all these things, and she's putting herself in danger. That's why Jefferson sees her like that. I feel like they're both right in a way. I feel like Jefferson has to really feel like Jefferson is trying to give up on being Black, and even it's bad for it. He's not even there for his daughters anymore. But Len also is trying to break it, trying to make him aware of that, and also the fact that Len also is doing something really risky. That's something a little bit harsh to think about, because I feel like they're both wrong in some ways, and also in a way also right. So it's really interesting to see how it all plays out. Len and his son Jennifer, they see the news of what Lightning is doing when Jennifer was there helping what's going on in that corner of that previous episode. The fact that how that footage even exists, that's something I don't understand. Who's that? Everybody ran one person, that person was filming, so I don't know. And the fact they have the multiple angles, it makes no sense how to view it. It makes sense, but I don't know. Alright, so basically Jennifer is mad that the news is portraying her as a just causing damages in Freeland, all these things. And Jennifer wants the news girl to have more footage. That's the footage of her saving the kid, and TC tells Jennifer to let all this go, and then just feel like that's the right way to do things. I feel like Jennifer doesn't really care about what people say about her, because she knows that she's doing a really good thing too. And also the people in Freeland and streets also see it as good as well. So I don't know, either Jennifer's paying attention to the one thing that's making her rethink her self-worth in a way. So we see in one of these that Campy and Lauren Day, we see what the DEGs do, in fact they have a lower setting stunning. They have a setting to stun, so it won't be as dangerous. We later on figure out that that's even at the lowest settings, it pretty much puts a hole through the old black landing suit, and that's really scary to think about what's gonna happen when this goes to without him feeling. That's some terrifying stuff if you really think about it. Just imagine at the ultimate settings what that would do to somebody who's not wearing a suit, like a metal that will be using powers and things. Not all metals are really powerful like black landing. If we see that in Garfield, that Jefferson sees the guy who lost his son, and he's a black guy, and he put his fist out injured, so later on it turns out that he was part of a cage match that Lala was hosting. We really see that, and this was taking care of Grace, but also the fact that eventually she wakes up because it takes her powers. We see that she's finally awake, and correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't she technically already awake when she was an animal in the previous episode? I don't know, I feel like that was just me. I think the animal was awake. I'm not sure, but anyways, she's awake now, so that's really amazing. The story can put forward, and this son Grace to move forward. I feel like Grace was still in a coma, that would be like too long for the character to be doing nothing. So I just have to see that they're moving on from the trauma thing. So we see that Jennifer approaches TC to help find a person who sold that loose lady the footage, and also, like I said before, I was at first this, and I don't think I've seen that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've seen that trade in that street when Jennifer was saving everybody, especially with all those intros. That's a little bit weird, but well, I'll allow it because this show is really, it's not that big of a deal, but overall it's something to worry about. That most shows actually do that. They will show footage that that we see that they use against one of the main characters. This isn't the only show that does that, but yeah, just something that's not. So a lot of it's bad. It's right. We see that Lynn is talking to the person, the fact that she's starting to understand herself and with she becoming all these things, and I really loved it. It's making her character move. She's improving and understanding herself so much, and the fact that she's doing things for the right reasons, and also she's not perfect. She has flaws, so that's something that she's doing. I feel like that's something that makes me really like the Lynn character, is that she is trying and she's doing things for her family, so that's great. Jefferson follows the teacher. He goes into like this building where Lala was at, and Devante opens the door, and we see that Jefferson also knocks at the door, tries to get in, and he sees what's going on. He sees Lala, and he's doing the cage matches and all these things. So eventually he starts to jump in so that teacher won't be as injured as he already is. We see that Tobias wants to, he talks to the mayor of Freeland to tear down Garfield because he wants to rebuild. He wants to rebuild Freeland. I don't know if that was part of the 18 blocks that he has ownership now. I don't always talk about Garfield particularly, but overall, I feel like Tobias is really making a really bad move. Like he's still never. I think he should have focused on the 18 blocks that he's planning. I don't know why tear down Garfield. That has to be part of it. And who knows why he's really up to that and that he wants to. It's just feel like if he just goes slow and that'd be a bad thing, but I feel like you see that Tobias does have a plan in his head, so I feel like that's something that is kind of quite interesting. Is why is he really up to? I just want that story on to maybe next if something actually happens next time that we maybe next episode we see Tobias having access to do something. I feel like that's what he's still be doing later on with Lynn, but overall, I just want the thing to move forward. Don't hold it too long, let the grace in, accommodate, don't stretch things out too much. We see that Jefferson wins the cage match, but just barely. So really fun. It was really fun to see Jefferson do something fun and also the fact that in the end he lets the teacher, he gives the teacher a home because of how he needs it. So I really love that Jefferson is doing something really it's not something done in a really long time, and he likes it too for the details. Can be that he does it, can be that he's done something for other people as Jefferson and not as black audience. So that's really fun for him and useful for him, and he wants to keep on doing it. And he just can be test the DGs on his new suit. In a way, I feel like that's a little bit much, because I feel like it shows that I don't think he really cares what happens to the suit, because I feel like he wants to move on for Black Onion. So, who knows if Gabby will even use the suit as a test subject thing. So, overall, I feel like he would always be on a suit, and that's what will happen with the new suit if Gabby decides to test the DNGs or anything else in the suit. Hopefully maybe Gabby can find a way to make it DG proof or something. DG proof the suit or something. You see that then go for a trap from Tobias and the fact that Tobias lowered her to having dinner with her with him because he wants to talk about finding a cure for ALS, and he wants to help find what Lynn is doing with her metahuman research and all these things. So who knows what happened with him. We'll see. In a way, I feel like Tobias is going to maybe get a little bit desperate for what rebuilding Freeland. So who knows what his plan is with Lynn particularly. We also see that Jefferson later on approaches the restaurant and he sees Lynn and Tobias, so who knows how. But Lynn and Jefferson's going to interact with each other. When they see each other, they're kind of about what Tobias is up to and all these things. When Jennifer goes up using her powers, she throws at the iron spear, and we see that her hand disappears for a bit, which is strange for her, but was it she didn't mind in some ways. That's really weird. And also the fact that TC is also helping Jennifer with the tech and with some of the footage to get out there. We also see that Anissa and Grace get married, which is funny, but I kind of wish that Anissa brought her family in just for a little bit, but maybe her sister, but she says there's a lot. They're dealing with their own things, so who knows. I don't know why she didn't do. I just wish that Anissa brought someone else and see all this, but it was available because of the creators are doing some ideas. Yeah, so I really love this episode. I feel like who knows how Freeland will react to Jefferson after the fact that a lot of people saw him in the winning cage match. A lot of people will see Jefferson a little bit more differently. Maybe the other characters like Chief Lopez will see a little bit similarities of Jefferson and Black. I mean, they will really support the pieces together. It's an example of how people who in Freeland will see Jefferson and be in Freeland. I don't know what happened with Jennifer in the future with her powers and all these things. She's going to be, who knows what Jennifer will become when she loses her powers and when she messes with her powers too much. At the point where she will not be able to control it and only her being just trying to like become a star and how that's somebody to work for her. So I have for today. Let me know what you guys think about the planning. Please subscribe and see the videos I've done. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.